Hi everyone, my name is Hallie Austin, and today I'm just going to be talking to you about e-commerce and what that looks like in today's society. So just to get us a start, I'm going to show you this graph. So right here on the bottom are years, starting with the year 2000, and on the right hand side here we've got dollar amounts spent per person per month online each month. So in year 2004 is really when e-commerce starts to pick up. You can see a pretty dramatic increase in popularity over the next few years, and that upward trend line only continues today. I can tell you from personal experience that online shopping is my primary source of shopping. I love the convenience factor of it, and I love that I can find the best deals online as well. So my purpose for today's presentation is just to explain this upward trend that I just showed you and why it's only going to continue from here. In addition, I'm just going to tell you all the reasons why online shopping doesn't just benefit us as consumers, but it also benefits the sellers that we purchase from. I feel certain that the extensive research that I've done on this topic, along with my real-world experience, will give you a new outlook on e-commerce. The main points I'm going to go over today are going to include an explanation and overview of e-commerce, also the reasons why e-commerce is the best choice for your personal shopping needs, and then all the ways that e-commerce can benefit the seller as well. So to begin, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of e-commerce. According to Catherine Lakin-Smith, who's an economics and marketing professor at Murray State University, she says e-commerce is referred to as a commercial transaction conducted online, which means that whenever you buy and sell something using the internet, you are involved in e-commerce. So there are a few different types of e-commerce merchants or sellers. First, there are stores that sell physical goods, much like Amazon or UrbanOutfitters.com for those of you that like to purchase clothing online. The second type of e-commerce is stores that sell services. So a good example of this is people that sell their freelance skills such as website design, book editing, or photo editing, things like that. The final type of e-commerce store is the selling of e-goods. And e-goods are a new idea, but it's things like audiobooks, e-books, online courses, printable artwork, anything that you can get from your computer. Also, in addition to having different kinds of goods sold, there are different classifications of e-commerce. And classifications refer to who exactly the buyer and the seller is within each transaction. So there are a multitude of different types of e-commerce classifications, but I'm just going to share with you the top 3 today. The first one is business to consumer, and this is what the majority of people think of and use on a day-to-day basis. These are online stores like Macy's, Amazon, and Jet. Secondly, there are business to business, and this is businesses that sell to other businesses. And a great example of this is Square, which is just that mobile credit card processor that you can plug into your phone. And the final most common e-commerce classification is consumer to consumer. And these are types of websites that allow the consumer to sell to other consumers, such as eBay is a great example. So now that we know a little bit more about what e-commerce is, let's talk about why it's a good choice for you and I as the buyers. E-commerce is one of the most simple and convenient ways to shop in this current day and age, and here's why. First, products are a lot easier to find. With a quick Google search, you can find a multitude of vendors that carry the exact same product that you are looking for. And since products can be found quickly and from multiple different vendors, comparing prices is easy, so you can get the best deal online. Second, the internet is always open. You can purchase items at any time of the day, any day of the week, at whatever convenient time is best for you. Lastly, according to eSalesTrack.com, since the cost of upkeep on an e-commerce business is much lower than that of a brick and mortar, there is much less of a markup on items. In other words, we as consumers oftentimes will pay less for the exact same item that you would find in stores. Not only are there pros to the consumer side of e-commerce, there are also many pros for business owners as well. E-commerce can provide a simple and cost-effective way for people to own and operate a business. Brian K. Walker, an e-business leader, says e-commerce makes the selling and buying process quicker and easier, which in turn allows the business to reap the sales benefits faster. As mentioned above, both startup costs and overhead costs are immensely less expensive than a traditional store for business owners. And finally, online businesses have no geographical boundaries when it comes to reaching new potential customers. So the customer base is endless when you have an online store. I hope you can see now that e-commerce is a highly valuable part of the buying and selling market today. To conclude, e-commerce is something that can be beneficial for both the buyer and the seller, and it seems to only be rising in popularity. The main points covered today included an explanation of e-commerce and the different ways it can look in real life. the benefits for the consumer using e-commerce, and also the benefits for the sellers using e-commerce. The purpose of my presentation was to show you the pros of e-commerce stores for both the buyer and the seller, and explain why they're reigning over traditional brick-and-mortar stores at the current age. Since 2004, e-commerce has drastically increased in popularity, providing a platform for consumers to shop wherever and whenever it is convenient. This rise in e-commerce popularity provides both businesses and consumers with a new and better platform for buying and selling. As corporate communicator Sherlock says, the e-commerce industry is a force that no investor can afford to ignore. At this time, I would like to open up the floor to anyone that may have any questions. I appreciate you spending time listening to me today. Thank you.